I'd like to ask you to think of a place that's tropical, a place of paradise that you'd like to travel one day. And then I'd like to ask you, if you could reduce the number of mosquitoes tremendously by the trillions, would you play a part in that? What about the number of flies? What about the number of germs that animals carry from place to place, or the number of airborne illnesses that affect human beings every day? Well, there's a way that we can all play a part in that, and that's by controlling our litter, by not littering. Simply not throwing a cup out of the window that fills up with water that makes a home, a place for mosquitoes to breed every day. These mosquitoes that can often carry the West Nile virus or malaria that can affect people, often causing deathly illnesses. We can all reduce that by eliminating litter. Litter is a thing that is overwhelming to one person because there's so much of it. But it's a thing that is played in part by everybody that can be reduced for the better sake of everybody. I'd like to ask if maybe you can answer yes or no to some of these questions. Did you know that paper goods take about 6 months to decompose, or cigarette butts take about 2 to 5 years? That plastic bags take about 10 to 30 years. Soda bottles take about 5 to 10. These things take a while to decompose, and though they decompose, that does not mean that they're safe for our environment or for the animals that may eat them. Some animals choke on them thinking that they're food, and then some get caught in some animals' mouths while eating food. Tin cans, aluminum cans. Tin cans take about 80 to 100 years. Aluminum cans take about 200 to 400 years. These are things that can be left behind, and maybe a person 400 years up the road that could be a grandson, great-great-great-great-grandson, can be infected by one of these cuts or wounds that are left as a result to litter or debris. These are some of the things that affect people every day. Not only is it an eyesore, it is also a health sore. One of the first questions I asked is think about a place of tropical paradise or the place that you like to visit. Whether it's a place you've been or whether it's a place you may have seen, think about it. There probably wasn't any trash that was laying around. These are things that we could do here to make ourselves feel better about the place that we live in. Not only making ourselves feel better by waking up and looking at what we see when we wake up to it, but also helping our health. These animals can carry these trash from one place to another, stepping in different things and tracking it to one place or another, and somehow it ends up in our households from the bottom of our shoes and other sorts of ways. These trash will end up in our waterways, which contaminates our water, which is what we drink. It's in 99% of everything that we consume. So it's another thought that, could probably help ourselves out as we live our lives to the fullest, and for our kids. Hope you enjoyed the speech, and I hope I get an A.